Alright guys, so now let's try to solve MCQ questions for your reading test. ठीक है, बहुत सारे स्टूडेंट्स आते हैं मेरे पास कि सर रीडिंग एग्ज़ाम में MCQ क्वेश्चन सॉल्व करना इज़ वेरी डिफ़िकल्ट बिकॉज ऑफ ऑब्वियस रीजंस कि जो ऑप्शंस होती हैं it's difficult to find one correct option from all these 4 options you have. That's one thing. And second thing is sometimes examiner confuses you, right, by giving all similar examples. तो उस केस में क्या करना है? सो ये चीज़ स्टूडेंट्स जनरली गेट कन्फ्यूज्ड. ठीक है, उसमें बहुत सारे स्टूडेंट्स गलती करते हैं. तो उसी के लिए आई एम जस्ट ट्राइंग टू सॉल्व वन MCQ क्वेश्चन. ठीक है, एक MCQ हम सेक्शन पकड़ेंगे विच विल हैव MCQ क्वेश्चंस एंड विल ट्राई टू सॉल्व दैट रीडिंग के लिए. ठीक है, आई एम गोना सॉल्व फॉर एकेडमिक. ठीक है, एंड राइट जनरल के लिए भी इट्स गोना बी सेम. तो ये मेरे पास एक टेस्ट है, मैंने रैंडमली सेलेक्ट किया है. इसमें देखते हैं MCQ है क्या. रीडिंग टेस्ट 1 MCQs नहीं है. ओके, टेस्ट 2 पैसेज 2 इसमें नहीं है. पैसेज 3 में भी नहीं. ओके, इसमें. ठीक है, चलो ये सॉल्व करके हम देखते हैं क्वेश्चंस 27 to 32. अभी देखो मैं सॉल्व करूँगा ना, आई एम गोना यूज़ द सेम स्टेप्स विच आई टीच यू कि कैसे हमें रीडिंग पैसेज को सॉल्व करना है सो दैट वी कैन सॉल्व 80% ऑफ आवर क्वेश्चंस बाय रीडिंग ओनली 20% ऑफ द पैसेज, जो मैं अभी आपको दिखाऊंगा अभी. ठीक है, ऑलवेज डू दैट. मैं हमने स्टूडेंट्स को भी यही बताता हूँ, यू डोंट नीड टू रीड द होल पैसेज, यू कैन जस्ट फाइंड योर आंसर्स only by reading 20% of the passage, only by understanding 20% of the passage. ठीक है, तो अभी वही चीज़ मैं आपको दिखाऊंगा. I'm gonna show you in this video as well. Alright, so let's start. So मैं just एक बारी steps आपको summarize कर देता हूँ. In first step you have to go through all the questions. Second step, first step में जब when you'll go through the questions, just try to understand what this passage is about. एक जस्ट स्किमिंग करने हैं ऑल दी क्वेश्चंस सो दैट माइंड सेट बन जाए. सेकेंड में हमें अपने हाईलाइट करने हैं कीवर्ड्स वी नीड टू हाईलाइट. इन थर्ड स्टेप वी हैव टू गो टू द पैसेज एंड वी हैव टू रीड द फर्स्ट लाइन ऑफ ईच पैराग्राफ टू अंडरस्टैंड कि ये पैराग्राफ इज़ फॉर व्हाट पर्पस. बिलीव मी, इफ़ यू डू दिस 50% ऑफ योर प्रॉब्लम्स वुड बी सॉल्व. ठीक है, जो भी प्रॉब्लम आती है ना आपको MCQ क्वेश्चंस में, अगर तुम ऐसे ये स्टेप्स मेरे इम्प्लीमेंट करते हो 50% ऑफ देम विल बी सॉल्व राइट अवे जैसे तुम ये स्टार्ट करोगे. ओके, सो थर्ड स्टेप में हमें वी हैव टू go through each paragraph and then we have to come back, we have to just match the keywords in the paragraph and उसके बाद reading rules and specific questions rules apply करके we have to find the answer. ठीक है, मैं रूल्स तो ऑब्वियसली आई विल नॉट बी एबल टू explain you in this video, but you can see, you can observe me how I am solving and you can follow the same technique in your case as well. Believe me, if you follow all these steps right, no one can stop you from getting band 9 in your reading test. Almost more than half of my students have got band 9, right? So just try to observe me and then we will see how to solve these questions. ठीक है, so let's start with step number 1. To refers to you have to illustrate the point that exploration enthusiastic. Okay, second paragraph beneficial advantages throughout the first description exploration, again exploration emotional states. सो सी एज आई एम गोइंग थ्रू ऑल दी क्वेश्चंस ना, जैसे मुझे एक्सप्लोरेशन वर्ड बहुत दिख रहा है. आई थिंक इट वाज इन द टाइटल एज वेल इफ़ आई एम नॉट रॉन्ग. या सो व्हाट इज़ एक्सप्लोरेशन, और मुझे ऑप्शंस में हर जगह ये एक्सप्लोरेशन नहीं दिख रहा है. तो आई कैन एंटिसिपेट कि ये जो पैराग्राफ होने वाला है, जो पैसेज होने वाला है, दिस इज़ गोइंग टू रिवॉल्व अराउंड द एक्सप्लोरेशन ओनली. एक्सप्लोरेशन कैसे स्टार्ट हुआ, कब हुआ, क्या राइटर के व्यूज़ हैं एक्सप्लोरर्स के लिए, तो पूरा एक्सप्लोरेशन पे ही रहेगा. तो आई हैव गॉट दिस आइडिया. ठीक है, बहुत ज़रूरी होता है बिकॉज योर माइंड नाउ नोज कि हाँ भैया एक्सप्लोरेशन पे है, सो दैट कैन एंटिसिपेट मोर थिंग्स ऑन द सेम टॉपिक. ठीक है, इट्स अ साइकोलॉजिकल थिंग which you will understand when you start implementing these steps one by one. In someone's personality. Okay, So I've got fair idea about this passage, passage, and मैंने भी आपको बता दिया as I'm going through steps. I'm explaining you all these things. जैसे जैसे मेरे mind में चल रहा है, whatever is going through in my mind, I'm just trying to explain to you. Now it's the time to highlight keywords. देखो, एक चीज़ हमेशा याद रखना कि वेन एवर यू आर हाईलाइटिंग दी कीवर्ड्स इन दी ऑप्शंस, ठीक है, तो अगर तो ऑप्शंस सिमिलर हैं तो कीवर्ड्स ज़्यादा हाईलाइट करो, बट अगर ऑप्शंस आर लाइक वेरी डिफरेंट फ्रॉम ईच अदर, जैसे इसमें देखो हर ऑप्शन का एक डिफरेंट ही मीनिंग है. इसमें डिस्कवरीज की बात हो रही है, इसमें मेन वैल्यू की बात हो रही है, इसमें एक्ट ऑन एंड अर्ज हो रही है, ठीक है. तो मुझे ज़्यादा कीवर्ड्स हाईलाइट करने की ज़रूरत नहीं है. 2-3 कीवर्ड्स से भी मैं अपना आंसर ढूंढ सकता हूँ, right? Because there are no similarities between these options. Alright, so now I have highlighted the keywords. Now my next step is to go and read the first line of each paragraph. What is exploration? तो ये टाइटल दिमाग में रखना is very important. Explorer who desire to discover and then share the new found knowledge is part of what humans are. It's pretty important to species. ठीक है. So sometimes if you're not able to understand completely from line number 1, you can read this last line as well. But in maintain the resistance depressed depleted forest or wasted negotiate the surface of the. So एक मैं एक बता देता हूँ कि इसमें देखो जैसे अभी as I'm going through the lines, we all are explorers. Our desire to discover and then share the new found knowledge is part of what makes us human. Indeed, that has played an important part in the success as species. तो अब मेरा टाइटल क्या है? What is exploration? And now here it's saying we all are explorers. तो मतलब कि फर्स्ट लाइन से ही मुझे समझ आ गया कि इसमें ये बकवास करने वाला है. आई शुड नॉट से बकवास करने वाला है, बट इसमें यही चीज़ ये बोलने वाला है कि एक्सप्लोरेशन क्या है, ठीक है, हम क्यों हम लोग एक्सप्लोरर्स हैं, राइट. अब जैसे इसमें लिखा है बट डिज़ायर इज़ टू डिस्कवर, एक्सप्लोर करना, हम बेसिक हमारा एक इंस्टिंक्ट है, कहीं तो ये लिखा था इसने, part of what makes us human, right? Exploration makes us human, so something like that. So I know this paragraph is all about this, why we are explorers. So that's how you read the first line, that's how you get the idea. बीच बीच में लिख भी रहा हूँ आपके उसके लिए, सो दैट यू गेट टू नो कि मैं क्या व्हाट आई एम ट्राइंग टू अंडरस्टैंड फ्रॉम दीज पैराग्राफ्स। ठीक है, जैसे इसमें राइटर्स के इंटरेस्ट के बारे में लिख रहा है, उसका क्या इंटरेस्ट है एक्सप्लोरेशन में, वाई ही फील एक्सप्लोरेशन इज़ what he feels what exploration is. ठीक है, so something like that. Fair enough. Now we can I think move to the questions. ठीक है, तो let's start with the first question. The writer refers New York to illustrate. अब न्यूयॉर्क उसने कहा दिया, कहीं तो मैंने पढ़ा था न्यूयॉर्क, आई थिंक दैट वाज द फर्स्ट पैराग्राफ ओनली. ओके, हियर इज न्यूयॉर्क. ठीक है, तो it says writer refers New York to illustrate what? Exploration, intrinsic element of human being, people are enthusiastic, exploration, surprising results, most people find exploration daunting. तो अभी मुझे पता है फर्स्ट पैराग्राफ में कीवर्ड मिल गया है. नाउ व्हाट आई नीड टू डू, नाउ आई कैन जस्ट सी व्हाट दिस क्वेश्चन सेज एंड देन आई कैन फाइंड द आंसर. सो मुझे इसमें पता है कि उसमें ये basically he's just trying to explain we all are explorers and this is our basic nature. ठीक है, now let's say why he has used the word New York here. ठीक है, he has referred this New York. Penn maintain their existence in depleted forest and visitor negotiate the subways of New York. इस तो समझ आ नहीं रहा. ठीक है, this questing nature of ours undoubtedly helped our species spread around the globe. Questing nature of ours, okay, undoubtedly helped our species spread around the globe just as nowadays no doubt helps in last. Questing nature of ours. Most people find exploration daunting. Can lead to surprising results. Most people are enthusiastic. Long before cavemen's land finding out to investigate the unknown. Ultimately मुझे यही मिल रहा है. Explorers, questing nature of ours. And then we have this, what makes us human. It should be exploration is an intrinsic element of human being, right? That's what this whole paragraph is all about. और उसमें कहीं पे भी he is not talking about this enthusiastic, surprising results, nowhere. Right? Questing nature and what makes us human, exploration makes us human. So A should be the answer. Okay, let's move to next one. According to second paragraph, what is writer's view of explorers? Okay, writer's view of options देख लेते एक बार. Discoveries brought benefits and disadvantages. Main value, teaching others. Common element, attract certain professionals to others. Okay, to put different from the rest of us, different from those of who are merely well traveled, even perhaps there is a type of person most we all have this inquiring instinct. Okay, all sorts of professions. ठीक है, their discoveries have both benefits and the main values in teaching others. The act on urge is common. They act on an urge that is common to everyone. They tend to be more attractive certain professions to others. Okay, C और D में लग रहा है. Alright, so I think it should be C, because they tend to be more attracted to certain professions than to other. तो इसमें कहीं ये नहीं लिखा है, right? It says even today all sorts of professions, whether artists, marine biologists, models of unknown, are being tested each days, right? It doesn't say anything about it tend to be more attracted to certain professions than to others. It all sorts of professions, right? It says all sorts of professions, so it should be we all have this inquiring instinct even today, so it should be C. Alright, let's move to the next one. The writer refers to description of Igdon health to suggest that, okay, Igdon health कहीं तो पढ़ा था ये, okay, here it is, ठीक है. इसमें बोल रहा है Hardy was writing about his own experience, mistaken nature of exploration, investigate people's emotional taste. Basically I have to find this Hardy's aim. ठीक है, writing about exploration, mistaken, investigate. Okay, now let's see. Fictional area of uncultivated land, use the landscape to suggest the desires and fears of his characters. Desires and fears. Investigate emotional states. So desire and fears are nothing but the emotional states only, right? So it should be C, but let's just be sure. Here is the matters of recognize because they're common to humanity. And here comes the peace of minds of certain people. Looks to me C only, because nowhere he's talking about his own experience of exploration and other things, right? Here he's saying Thomas Hardy has set some of his novels in Idcon Health, fictional area of uncultivated land, and used the landscape to assess the desires and fears of his characters. So it should be C, because it's almost 100% matched. नहीं होता तो देन वी वुड हैव सीन अदर ऑप्शंस. ठीक है, तो मैंने पैसिवली देख लिया एक बार. आई डोंट थिंक सो इट्स गोना बी A, B or T, बट विल सी द आंसर्स. Okay, in fourth paragraph, writer refers to golden age to suggest that useful amount of useful information produced by exploration has decreased. Amount has decreased. Fewer people are interested in exploring. Okay, recent developments have made exploration less exciting. We are wrong to think exploration is no longer necessary. Okay. Alright, so we have to this. If confirm myself, those travels were real and who were aimed at more personal discovery, but still left with me author problem. Word explorer has become associated with the past era. Word explorer has become associated with the past era. We think back golden age as if exploration peaked somehow in 19th century. As if. Okay. Here it says golden age suggests that amount of useful information produced by exploration has decreased. Fewer people are interested in exploring than in 19th century. Recent developments have made exploration less exciting. We are wrong to think that exploration is no longer necessary. I think it should be D, right? We are wrong to think exploration is no longer necessary. It says it is. We think golden age as if exploration peaked somehow in 19th century, as if the process of discovery is now on the decline. Yes, so it seems as if exploration peaked. He's saying वो कर रहा है as if कि वो peak किया 19th century में, then it's decline, which is wrong to him, right? That's why we are wrong here to think that exploration is no longer necessary. It should be right, D. Let's see the 31st. In 6th paragraph, when discussing definition of exploration, the writer argues definition of exploration: people tend to relate exploration, people likely to misunderstand, accept definition, change over time. History and scientists have more valid definitions. Okay. All right, so which paragraph it says? 6th paragraph. So 4th, 5th, 6th. Okay, shorter one, shukra. Each definition is slightly different, tends to reflect the field of endeavor of each pioneer. Okay, professional. It was somewhere some same whoever I asked prominent historian who should the exploration was thing of the past, the cutting edge scientist would say it one of the present, and so on. They each set their own particular criteria, the common factor in the approach being they all had, unlike many of us. Okay. Each definition is slightly different, tends to reflect the field of endeavor of each pioneer. Okay, and it was same however I asked root exploration thing of cutting edge would say passed on their own particular criteria. So pioneer has their own particular criteria, professional has their own particular criteria. That's what I could understood from, that's what could understand from this paragraph. Okay, so it says people tend to relate exploration to their own professional interests, criteria, professional criteria, pioneers criteria. It should be a misunderstand का कुछ नहीं है. They generally accept the definition. उन्होंने accept ही नहीं करी because they have some different definitions. Historians, scientists have more valid definition. Okay, this could also be the option. Here it was talking about the scientists, cutting edge scientists who say it's one of the present, and so on. They each set their own particular criteria, common factor in approach being the unlike many of us. More valid definition ऐसा कुछ इसने बोला नहीं है. Though he has talked about scientists and historians, it's not the answer. Should be A. We'll see. 32nd. In last paragraph, writer explains that he is interested in someone's personality, human ability to cast, travel writing, feelings. Writer develop about the places. Okay. Alright, so let's see. I'm interested in the exploration of ideas. Alright, simple. Exploration of ideas. Feelings, no, it's not that easy. I have done a great many expeditions. Each one was unique. I have lived for many months alone with groups of people all around the world, even 2 uncontacted tribes, but none of these things is of slightest interest to anyone unless through my books I have found a new land, explored new idea. World has moved on, time has long passed for great continental voyages. Another log to this, and we all know how land surface of prior explosion. Bits of microbes, say casing behavior of a fellow aside from deep era of specialists. All this. Create many expeditions and each one was unique. Okay. Alright, so कुछ समझ नहीं आ रहा है इसमें मुझे. Not able to understand anything. What can be done here? Last line पढ़ते हैं एक बार. However, so mostly MCQs में and mostly in reading ना, याद रखना, this is a hack, very important hack. First and last line ना सबसे important होती है. First and last line, or maybe first and second and last and penultimate line. These 2 or these 4 lines are very 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 important. कुछ समझ ना आए ना, मैं क्या करता हूँ ना, मैं फर्स्ट लाइन को अच्छे से पढ़ता हूँ, देन लास्ट लाइन को अच्छे से पढ़ता हूँ, तो देन कुछ क्लैरिटी आती है मुझे आंसर की। तो इस केस में मुझे कुछ समझ नहीं आ रहा ऊपर क्या लिखा है उसने। इंटरेस्ट में तो उसने लिखा एक्सप्लोरेशन ऑफ आइडियाज़ एंड देन आई डोंट नो व्हाट ही इज टॉकिंग अबाउट दिस। तो आई जस्ट ट्राई टू रीड द लास्ट लाइन। However, this is to disregard the role of human mind has in conveying remote places, and this is what interests me. How a fresh, see again he's talking about interest, how a fresh interpretation even of a well-traveled route can give its readers new insights. Travel writing has evolved to meet changing demands. How someone's personality is reflected in the choice. Humans' ability to cast new light on the places. Humans' ability to cast new light on the places. Okay. How a fresh interpretation. Humans' ability to cast new light. How a fresh interpretation. You see, related terms, right? Related term rule लगेगा यहाँ पे. On the places that may be familiar, even of a well-traveled route. Well-traveled route is for familiar route, so it should be option B. एक बार ये भी देख लेते हैं. How someone's personality is reflected in their choices of places to view. Personality के बारे में बात ही नहीं कर रहा है वो. I have done many experiments with a group of people even though none of things is slighted things to avoid unless through my books. Explored new idea. Should be B only. ठीक है, let me just go and take a look at the answers and then I'll get back. I hope all are correct. Hold on. Alright, so I just checked all the answers are correct. This was अच्छे लेवल का था. This passage ना अच्छे लेवल का था and you would have understood many things I hope from this video कि कैसे MCQ क्वेश्चन सॉल्व करने हैं. स्टेप्स दिमाग में रखो, रूल्स दिमाग में रखो and no one can stop you from getting band 9. तो that's my guarantee. ठीक है, स्टेप्स याद रखने हैं, रूल्स याद करने हैं और बीच बीच में कुछ हैक्स जैसे मैंने भी बताया कि फर्स्ट लाइन और लास्ट लाइन पे ज़्यादा जोर दो. कुछ आंसर नहीं समझ आ रहा है ना तो फर्स्ट लाइन और लास्ट लाइन को 2-3 बार पढ़ो, समझो, एब्जॉर्ब. अब मुझे बहुत सारे मैंने सॉल्व किए हैं प्रैक्टिस टेस्ट, तो इट्स वेरी इजी फॉर मी टू अंडरस्टैंड एंड टेल द आंसर. बट तुम थोड़ा प्रैक्टिस करोगे ना, वंस यू डू इनफ प्रैक्टिस देन यू विल ऑल्सो गेट टू नो कि कैसे आंसर को उसमें से we have to find the answer from this, from particular paragraph. So I hope you have got some knowledge from this video. If yes, then please do like this video and subscribe to my channel for more videos like this one. Thank you.